I can try to spoil Eden of the East, but I don't think it'll count. The show is about 12 people called Selesos who are forced to try to save Japan and killed if they fail. This is the main character Akira, and he is number 9. All the other plot points are revealed in the opening animation. I'll play an 8-second clip. Be on the lookout for these little guys. Okay, now what have we learned in the last 8 seconds? Casey.
Noel Gallagher still has a job.
He does. We're doing anime theme songs. Ooh. Rob, butterflies get run over a lot. They're dangerous.
Okay. Buy a hooker, kill her, burn her, snort the ashes, dance hard techno.
That is too long to fit into an insanity wolf. What we really learned is that Selesos members 4, 5, and 10 are going to die. Also, Akira is going to use his phone to become the king. The damn theme song just told us everyone that dies, in what order, and what will happen at the end of the series. I can try for some cheap laughs in the spoiler, but they covered that in the show too. Akira first shows up naked and holding a gun, and in front of the White House. The genius hacker girl is called Mitten. The serial rapist killer is called the Johnny Cutter. And yes, exactly what happens. The hacker that becomes the shut-in when his pants blew away is called Panties. This container ship is full of naked men, and they all want laptops.
I need to watch this show.
So I can't really spoil the show at all, but I can tell you what happens in the end. Seleso member 10 sends missiles to blow Japan back to pre-World War II status, so Akira has a tanker with 20,000 naked men sent to his mall, and they solve the problem using social networking. Using a pile of naked men to solve problems is like the opposite of 4chan.
That dog is really hot, though.
He's winking. He's giving you the eye.
He's pretty. He's asking for it.
So speaking of fucking the dog,
Inuyasha.
No, that's really just the entirety of our Inuyasha bit for this year. So thank you for cheering for us not having an Inuyasha bit.
It's a story about a huge fucking hole. The reason for the abyss is so that there's an excuse to make you spend the entire game falling from a great height, over and over and over again, as was the fashion at the time. You control Luke Von Favre and his friends Jade Curtis, Guy Cecil, and Princess Natalia. War is beginning, and this displeases the Space Pope, a sickly 14-year-old boy by the name of Phone Master Ion. Unfortunately, Ion gets captured more than an anthropomorphic Pokemon at a creepy middle-aged otaku convention. This is partly because his bodyguard is a 12-year-old girl who fights with dolls, but mostly because he is, for all practical purposes, a princess in a video game, and we all know how that goes. In fact, he is the game's second gayest head of state, and believe me, folks, that is a tough feeling. Anyway, Ion recruits an escort of badass fighters, and also Luke, to counteract his tendency to do whatever the hell the bad guys tell him to. The badass ones try to stop the war, and fail. Luke, on the other hand, tries to drop half a continent into the poisonous molten core of the world, and succeeds. It turns out that Luke has a disorder called pieleopaquidosis, in which the weight of his hair pulls his brain out of place and causes him to act like a stupid, whiny shithead. But once Luke chops his hair off and his brain falls back into place, he finally starts acting like a Tales protagonist. Which is to say, he betrays his family, kills his mentor, and drops several other continents into the slime, but feels bad about it this time. The bad guys act like Tales' antagonists, which is to say they're basically right about everything and would have been much more effective good guys than the heroes if they just stopped killing everyone. And next we have Tales of Vesperia, which... The Latin root vesper means evening, and in the game they refer to Vesperia as the brightest star in the night sky. Clearly they meant Venus, evening star and goddess of love. Except they call her brave Vesperia. So Tales of Vesperia is the story of a sexy fighting goddess. So anyway, mankind's short-sighted technology... hold on. Everyone's seen that. Mankind's short-sighted technology... All right, no, wait. Even better. Mankind's short-sighted technology is slowly destroying the world by making too much air. Our sexy fighting elf, Judith, sets out to save the world by destroying all the technology. On the way, she meets up with some random losers who also like killing people and blowing things up as boobies. And she convinces them to join her party. Unfortunately, they blow up too many things and release the Otakon. The Otakon. It's Greek. It means something like eat man. Actually, no. The Otakon spends the entire rest of the game sitting in the sky and doing nothing. Well, no. The final boss is this guy, some random immortal who wants to skip the technology and just blow up mankind directly. Judith beats him up and goes with the original plan of destroying all the technology. It turns out she was right, and this does in fact kill Eat Man, who, you may remember, was just sitting up in the sky minding his own business. Still, it's made clear by the dialogue that the Otakon is supposed to have been the real enemy. I can only imagine the writing room trying to come up with a villain no one's used before. Hey guys, how about a ridiculously evil capitalist? He could sell guns to babies, and then sell other guns that use the babies as ammo. Oh, wait. Okay, how about a crazy red-headed assassin who fights you for no good reason despite his obvious crush on the main character? Crap. Hey, wait, guys, this is a Tales game. Can't we just have all the nobles be evil again? What did I say? And in the end, they just decided to fuck it and have the whole game be about Yuri.
While we're on the subject of lesbians, tales of boys becoming men through love, loss, and piloting giant robots are well known to us in anime. But there's not quite as many stories for us ladies, and that's mostly due to Japanese culture. Girls don't slowly become women through love, loss, and piloting giant robots. A girl is silly and frivolous until she marries and becomes an adult wife, mother, and queen of the universe. Adolescence of Utena aims to fill this storytelling hole by condensing the 39-episode coming-of-age story of revolutionary girl Utena into an hour and a half of what the fuckery. And in case the TV show is a bit too straightforward for you, the movie makes sure to wrap its subtext in madness. Like the minute and a half sequence where a mouse and an alligator fetus choke a cow to death. Utena cross-dresses her way into the non-Euclidean Otori Academy, where the social case is ruled by fencing and half the student population is already dead. Utena fights the main characters in duels to win ownership of Anti-Himemia. Utena wins, the two fall in love, and then a giant car wash appears. Unless you think this is so the two girls can now have sexy soapy fun time, it's actually so Utena can turn into a car. So Anthe can drive her to the outside world. They drive through a dangerous highway full of evil cars out to kill them, speed through Cinderella's castle, and then burst through the rose-petal chest of Akio, Anthe's murderous, incestuous big brother. The final shot of the film is of Anthe and Utena embracing naked on a broken car in the apocalyptic wasteland, and that's what it feels like for girls when we have our periods every month.